The cold air is still, and the snow-covered landscape stretches endlessly beneath a velvet black sky. Suddenly, a ripple of light appears on the horizon, faint at first, but growing in intensity. It begins as a soft green hue, shimmering and swaying like a ghostly curtain, and then bursts into a kaleidoscope of colors: vivid purples, fiery reds, and golden yellows, dancing in perfect harmony across the heavens. This is the aurora borealis, the northern lights, a celestial serenade that has captivated humanity for millennia. The northern lights are more than just a natural phenomenon. They are a window into the dynamic forces of the universe, a stunning reminder of the interplay between our planet and the vast, untamed power of the sun. Visible only in the Earth's polar regions, the auroras transform the night sky into a canvas of movement and color, drawing travelers, scientists, and dreamers alike to witness their fleeting beauty. For centuries, people have gazed up at these lights, their imaginations sparked by the mystery of their origins. Some have seen them as omens, others as divine messages, and still others as playful spirits. But behind their poetic beauty lies a fascinating story of physics, one that begins 93 million miles away at the heart of our solar system. How could particles from the sun, traveling at unimaginable speeds, ignite such brilliance in the Earth's atmosphere? How does this cosmic interplay create patterns so precise and yet so unpredictable? This story, like the auroras themselves, unfolds layer by layer. It is a tale of ancient myths and modern science, of explorers charting unknown skies and scientists unraveling the mysteries of solar winds and magnetic fields. It is also a story of connection between the Earth and the sun, between the past and the present, and between humanity and the awe-inspiring forces of nature. As we begin this journey into the lights, we will explore not only the science that explains their existence, but also the stories that have been inspired by their beauty. From their discovery and study to the best places to see them in all their glory, the northern lights are a source of wonder that transcends time and culture. They remind us of the vastness of the universe and the small yet extraordinary place we occupy within it. Step with me into the shimmering glow of the northern lights, where science meets magic, and the heavens sing a quiet, timeless song. Chapter 1. The Science Behind the Lights. The aurora borealis, or northern lights, is one of nature's most captivating phenomena, a brilliant display of light that ripples and dances across the polar skies. But behind its otherworldly beauty lies a fascinating story rooted in the dynamic forces of the universe. To understand why these lights appear, we must first look to the sun, our nearest star and the source of this celestial spectacle. At the core of the auroras is the solar wind, a stream of charged particles constantly released from the sun's surface. This wind is a result of the sun's incredibly high temperatures, which energize its outer layers, sending particles, mostly electrons and protons, hurtling through space at speeds of up to 1 million miles per hour. Most of these particles drift harmlessly into the void, but when they encounter Earth's magnetic field, the real magic begins. Earth's magnetic field acts as an invisible shield, protecting the planet from the full impact of solar winds. This field is shaped like a teardrop, with its strongest regions near the poles. When the solar wind collides with this magnetic barrier, some of the charged particles are drawn toward the poles, funneling down along the magnetic field lines into the Earth's upper atmosphere. It is in the upper atmosphere, about 50 to 300 miles above the Earth's surface, where the auroras take shape. As the charged solar particles collide with gases like oxygen and nitrogen, the energy from the collision excites the gas molecules, causing them to emit light. Different gases and altitudes produce different colors. Green, the most common color, comes from oxygen at lower altitudes. Red is also from oxygen, but occurs at higher altitudes. Purple, blue, and pink are caused by nitrogen molecules, each contributing to the aurora's vibrant palette. This process, essentially a giant natural light show, is powered by the interaction between solar energy and the Earth's protective magnetic field. The intensity of the auroras can vary widely depending on solar activity. During geomagnetic storms, when the sun releases a particularly strong burst of particles in the form of coronal mass ejections, the lights can become especially vivid and even visible at lower latitudes. The patterns of the auroras, curtains, arcs, and spirals are shaped by the Earth's magnetic field lines. As the particles follow these lines, they create dynamic movements that seem to ripple across the sky. To the human eye, it feels like a living, breathing entity, constantly shifting and evolving. But while we now understand the mechanics of the auroras, the journey to this knowledge has been anything but simple. Early explanations of the lights were often tied to myth and superstition, as ancient cultures sought to explain what seemed like divine or supernatural forces at play. It wasn't until the scientific advancements of the 19th and 20th centuries that the true nature of the northern lights began to be unraveled. Today, thanks to modern technology, we can observe the auroras not only from the ground but also from space. Satellites and instruments aboard spacecraft track solar activity and measure the effects of solar winds on Earth's magnetic field, allowing scientists to predict auroral displays with remarkable accuracy. These advancements have turned what was once an unexplainable wonder into one of the most studied and appreciated phenomena in atmospheric science. Still, the auroras retain their mystique. Even with all our understanding of the physics behind their glow, standing beneath the shimmering waves of green, purple, and red is an experience that transcends explanation. They remind us that science and beauty are not mutually exclusive, but rather two lenses through which we can view the incredible complexity of the universe. As we delve deeper into the history and cultural significance of the Northern Lights, this foundation of knowledge enriches our appreciation of their splendor. The lights are not just a scientific marvel, but also a bridge between the natural world and the human spirit, connecting us to a cosmic dance that has been unfolding for billions of years. Chapter 2: Legends and Lore. Long before the science of the Northern Lights was understood, their brilliance inspired awe, wonder, and storytelling across cultures. To early observers, the auroras were not mere natural phenomena, but messages, warnings, and symbols of the divine. Each culture infused its own myths and legends into the lights, weaving stories that reflected their beliefs and fears. The Valkyrie's Ride. Scandinavian Myths. In the frozen north, the Norse peoples saw the auroras as a connection to their gods and heroes. They believed the lights were caused by the reflections of Valkyries' armor and shields as they rode across the sky. These warrior maidens, servants of Odin, were said to escort the souls of fallen heroes to Valhalla, the great hall where they would prepare for Ragnarok, the final battle of the gods. The auroras were a beacon of honor, a sign that the gods were watching over the brave. The Fox Fires of Finland. In Finnish folklore, the lights were attributed to a mystical Arctic fox. As the fox raced across the snowy tundra, its bushy tail swept against the ground, scattering snowflakes into the sky. These snowflakes, enchanted by the fox's magic, created the shimmering colors of the auroras. Known as reventulate, or foxfires, this tale captures the playful and mysterious quality of the northern lights. Indigenous Tales of Alaska and Canada. For indigenous peoples of Alaska and Canada, the auroras held deep spiritual significance. Many tribes believed the lights represented the spirits of ancestors or otherworldly beings. The Inuit, for instance, thought the auroras were the souls of the departed, dancing joyfully in the afterlife. Some communities even interpreted the lights as a form of communication, believing they could speak to their ancestors through gestures or whistling at the sky, a practice often discouraged for fear of angering the spirits. Omens and warnings. Not all cultures viewed the auroras as benevolent. In parts of Europe, the lights were seen as harbingers of war, famine, or other calamities. During medieval times, red auroras were particularly alarming, interpreted as the heavens bleeding in response to impending disaster. The lights became symbols of divine wrath or celestial warnings, adding an air of dread to their ethereal beauty. The Maori and Southern Lights. While the Northern Lights are better known, the Aurora Australis, or Southern Lights, also inspired myths among indigenous peoples of the Southern Hemisphere. For the Maori of New Zealand, the lights were associated with spirits traveling to the northern sky to return to their ancestral homeland, Hawaii. These glowing displays symbolized a journey and connection to the sacred. Auroras in ancient Greece and Rome. Even in ancient Mediterranean cultures, rare sightings of auroras were noted and imbued with meaning. Roman philosophers like Seneca speculated about the causes of these lights, often associating them with fire or celestial phenomena. In Greek mythology, the auroras were sometimes linked to Eos, the goddess of dawn, as her light spilled into the night sky. A unifying wonder. Despite the cultural differences, the one thread uniting all these stories is the recognition of the auroras as extraordinary and otherworldly. Whether viewed as divine warriors, playful foxes, or ancestral spirits, the lights captivated human imagination, inspiring reverence and humility in the face of nature's power. Even today, the Northern Lights remain a symbol of mystery and wonder. Modern science may explain their origins, but the magic of witnessing their celestial dance evokes the same sense of awe felt by those who first gazed upon their brilliance. As we explore the historical and cultural context of the auroras, these myths remind us of humanity's shared capacity to find meaning in the natural world. Chapter 3. A History of Discovery. The Northern Lights have long been a source of curiosity and wonder, and the journey to understanding their origins is a testament to humanity's enduring quest for knowledge. From early philosophical musings to groundbreaking scientific discoveries, the auroras have fascinated observers across the centuries. The earliest observations. The first recorded accounts of the Northern Lights date back thousands of years. Ancient Chinese and Babylonian texts describe luminous streaks of light in the sky, attributing them to celestial dragons or gods. In 2600 BCE, Chinese astronomers documented red vapor in the night sky, which modern historians believe could have been auroras. Similarly, Greek philosophers like Aristotle speculated about flames in the heavens, theorizing they were caused by atmospheric disturbances. These early observations, though limited by a lack of scientific understanding, highlight the universality of the auroras as a captivating phenomenon. The naming of the aurora borealis. In the early 17th century, Italian scientist and astronomer Galileo Galilei gave the northern lights their enduring name, aurora borealis. He combined the name of Aurora, the Roman goddess of dawn, with borealis, the Greek word for north wind. Galileo believed the lights were caused by sunlight reflecting off the Earth's atmosphere, an idea that, while incorrect, marked an important step in the study of the auroras. Around the same time, Pierre Gassendi, a French philosopher and scientist, observed the southern lights and coined the term aurora australis. These names, evocative and poetic, remain in use today. The scientific breakthroughs of the 18th and 19th centuries. As the Enlightenment ushered in an era of scientific inquiry, the study of the auroras gained momentum. In 1741, Swedish physicist Anders Celsius, of Celsius temperature fame, and his collaborator Olaf Hiorter observed a correlation between auroras and disturbances in magnetic compasses. This discovery linked the auroras to the Earth's magnetic field, providing a critical clue to their origins. The next major breakthrough came from Norwegian physicist Christian Birkeland in the early 20th century. Birkeland conducted experiments with a magnetized sphere, or terrella, in a vacuum chamber. By bombarding it with electrons, he recreated the auroral effect, demonstrating that the lights were caused by charged particles interacting with Earth's magnetic field. His work laid the foundation for modern auroral science, though it wasn't fully appreciated until decades later. The role of satellites and modern technology. In the mid-20th century, the advent of space exploration transformed our understanding of the auroras. Satellites like NASA's Explorer missions provided direct measurements of solar winds and their interactions with Earth's magnetosphere. These observations confirmed that the auroras are triggered by charged particles from the Sun colliding with atmospheric gases, a phenomenon first theorized by Birkeland. Today, satellites such as NOAA's GOES, Geostationary Operational Environmental Satellites, and NASA's Themis, Time History of Events and Macro-Scale Interactions During Substorms, continue to monitor the auroras. These advanced instruments track solar activity and provide real-time data on geomagnetic storms, enabling scientists to predict auroral displays with remarkable accuracy. Auroras and the Polar Research Expeditions. The auroras also played a significant role in polar exploration. Early Arctic and Antarctic expeditions often documented the lights, capturing their beauty in journals, sketches, and later photographs. Explorers like Fridtjof Nansen and Roald Amundsen marveled at the lights during their journeys, describing them as ethereal companions in the desolate polar regions. These explorers provided valuable first-hand accounts that enriched scientific and cultural understandings of the auroras. Their descriptions helped bridge the gap between empirical observation and human experience, preserving the sense of wonder that the lights inspire. A scientific and cultural legacy. The journey to understanding the auroras reflects the interplay of science, exploration, and imagination. While ancient observers saw the lights as divine or mystical, modern scientists have revealed their origins in the charged dance of solar particles and Earth's magnetic field. Yet, even with this knowledge, the auroras remain a source of wonder, a natural phenomenon that connects us to the vast forces of the cosmos. The history of the auroras is a testament to humanity's curiosity and determination to understand the natural world. As we continue to study and observe these lights, we are reminded that the greatest discoveries often begin with a simple question. Why? Chapter 4. Where to Witness the Magic. The northern lights, or aurora borealis, are a breathtaking phenomenon best appreciated in the right conditions and locations. While they can occasionally be seen from unexpected places during strong geomagnetic storms, their brilliance is most consistently displayed in the high-latitude regions near the Earth's magnetic poles. For those seeking to witness this natural wonder, planning the perfect trip involves understanding where and when the lights shine brightest. The best locations for viewing. Norway, Tromsø, often called the gateway to the Arctic, is one of the most popular destinations for seeing the northern lights. Its clear skies and minimal light pollution make it an ideal spot. For a more remote experience, head to the Lofoten Islands or Svalbard, where the auroras often dominate the night sky. Sweden. Sweden's Abisko National Park is famous for its blue hole, a meteorological phenomenon that keeps the skies clear regardless of surrounding weather conditions. This park offers one of the most reliable views of the auroras. Finland, Finnish Lapland, particularly around Rovaniemi or Sariselka, provides a magical setting to witness the lights. Visitors can enjoy the auroras from glass igloos or cozy cabins, combining comfort with nature's spectacle. Iceland. Iceland's dramatic landscapes, volcanoes, glaciers, and waterfalls provide a stunning backdrop for the northern lights. The best viewing spots include Thingvellir National Park and the northern town of Akureyri. Canada. The Northern Territories of Canada, including Yukon, Northwest Territories, and Nunavut, are prime locations for aurora viewing. Yellowknife, in particular, is known for its consistently clear skies and vibrant displays. Alaska Fairbanks, Alaska, is one of the top aurora destinations in North America. Its inland location provides clear skies, and visitors can combine their trip with activities like dog sledding and hot springs. Aurora australis. While the northern lights are more famous, the southern lights, or aurora australis, can be seen from Tasmania, New Zealand's South Island, and parts of Antarctica. Though less accessible, these displays are equally mesmerizing. When to see the northern lights. The auroras are visible year-round, but are best observed during the long, dark nights of winter in the polar regions. The following factors enhance your chances of a successful viewing experience. Season. The prime aurora season runs from late September to early April in the Northern Hemisphere. In the Southern Hemisphere, the best time is from March to September. Time of day. The lights are most vibrant between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., though they can appear earlier or later on especially active nights. Solar activity. Auroras are tied to solar activity, which fluctuates over an 11-year solar cycle. Strong solar flares or coronal mass ejections significantly increase the intensity of the lights. Ideal conditions. Dark skies. Avoid areas with light pollution. Remote locations far from city lights offer the clearest views. Clear weather. Clouds can obscure the lights, so checking weather forecasts for clear skies is essential. Minimal moonlight. A bright moon can wash out the auroras, so plan your trip around the new moon or during its crescent phase. How to capture the northern lights. For those wishing to photograph the auroras, preparation and the right equipment are key. Camera settings. use a DSLR or mirrorless camera with manual settings. Set a wide aperture, f2.8 or lower, a high ISO, 800 to 3200, and a long exposure, 5 to 30 seconds, to capture the lights in vivid detail. Tripod. A sturdy tripod is essential for stability during long exposures. Remote shutter release. This reduces vibrations and ensures sharp images. Beyond the lights, the full experience. Witnessing the auroras is often about more than just the lights. It's about the serenity of standing beneath a vast, star-filled sky, the stillness of the Arctic wilderness, and the connection to a world that feels both ancient and infinite. Many aurora viewing destinations offer additional experiences to enhance your journey. Dog sledding and snowshoeing. Explore the snowy landscapes under the auroral glow. Hot springs. In places like Iceland or Alaska, soak in thermal pools while watching the lights dance overhead. Cultural insights. Learn from indigenous guides and locals about the myths and traditions tied to the auroras. An invitation to wonder. Whether seen from a remote Arctic tundra or a cozy cabin under a clear winter sky, the northern lights are an unforgettable spectacle. Each display is unique, a fleeting gift of nature that leaves viewers with a sense of awe and connection to the cosmos. For those who seek them, the journey is as meaningful as the lights themselves, a reminder that the universe is vast, mysterious, and endlessly beautiful. Chapter 5. The Personal Experience. Standing beneath the shimmering veil of the northern lights is a moment that defies words. It is an experience that reaches beyond the realm of science, touching something deeply personal and profoundly human. For many, witnessing the auroras feels like a sacred encounter, a reminder of our place in a vast and mysterious universe. A sky that speaks. When the first tendrils of light appear on the horizon, they are often faint, almost imperceptible, a soft glow that could easily be mistaken for twilight lingering past its time. But as the minutes pass, the glow intensifies, shifting and swirling into ribbons of green, purple, and red that dance across the night sky. The movement is fluid and alive, a celestial choreography that feels both timeless and fleeting. The silence of the Arctic or Antarctic wilderness amplifies the spectacle. There is no hum of city life here, only the whisper of the wind and the crunch of snow underfoot. In this stillness, the lights seem to sing, their movements harmonizing with the rhythms of nature. For those watching, the experience is not just visual but immersive, an interplay of light, sound, and emotion. The awe of discovery. Each viewer brings their own story to the Northern Lights, shaped by personal dreams, cultural perspectives, and the journey that brought them to this moment. Some come as scientists, driven by curiosity and the desire to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos. Others come as travelers, seeking the thrill of witnessing something extraordinary. And then there are those who come as seekers, hoping to find solace, inspiration, or a sense of connection in the glow of the auroras. For explorers and indigenous peoples alike, the auroras have long been a source of wonder. In journals from polar expeditions, there are countless descriptions of the lights as companions on cold, lonely nights, an unspoken bond between those below and the heavens above. Indigenous stories, passed down through generations, describe the lights as ancestors dancing, a celebration of life that connects the past with the present. A meditation on nature. The experience of watching the auroras often evokes a meditative state. The lights move in a way that is both calming and exhilarating, their patterns unpredictable yet harmonious. Viewers often find themselves standing motionless for hours, transfixed by the spectacle above. In this state of stillness, the mind quiets, and a profound sense of peace takes hold. For many, this is a moment of clarity, an opportunity to reflect on life's questions, or simply to appreciate the beauty of the natural world. The auroras remind us of the incredible forces at work beyond our control. Forces that create beauty not for an audience but simply because they can. The emotional impact. Witnessing the northern lights is often described as life-changing. Travelers recount moments of tears, laughter, and quiet awe as they watch the colors dance across the sky. For some, the experience is a fulfillment of a lifelong dream. For others, it is a surprise encounter that leaves an indelible mark on their spirit. Even after the lights fade and the night returns to its quiet darkness, the memory lingers. It is a memory not just of what was seen, but of what was felt. A sense of wonder, gratitude, and connection that stays with you long after the journey ends. The lights as a shared experience. Though the auroras are deeply personal, they are also profoundly communal. Standing with others beneath the lights creates a bond, a shared moment of marveling at something greater than ourselves. Strangers become companions as they point to the sky, their voices hushed but excited. Families and friends huddle together, their joy and awe palpable in the cold air. These shared experiences remind us that, despite our differences, we are united by our capacity to feel wonder. The auroras are a universal language, a song of light that speaks to everyone who takes the time to listen. The journey beyond the lights. For those who have witnessed the auroras, the experience often inspires a deeper connection to nature and a renewed sense of curiosity about the world. Many leave with a desire to protect the fragile environments where the lights shine, recognizing the importance of preserving these pristine landscapes for future generations. Others find themselves drawn back to the auroras, returning to the Arctic or Antarctic to chase the lights once more. Each viewing is unique, a reminder that the beauty of the northern lights is ever-changing, just like the lives they touch. A celestial gift. The northern lights are more than a scientific phenomenon or a traveler's destination. They are a gift, a fleeting but unforgettable reminder of the magic that exists in our world. For those who have stood beneath their glow, the auroras are not just a memory, but a calling, an invitation to seek wonder in the everyday, and to cherish the beauty that surrounds us. As the lights fade and the stars regain their dominance in the night sky, one thing becomes clear. The northern lights are more than a spectacle. They are a bridge between the natural and the sublime, a serenade from the heavens that lingers in the heart long after it is gone. The northern lights, a gift of the cosmos, remind us of the beauty and mystery that exist far beyond our everyday lives. Their fleeting dance across the sky is more than just a natural phenomenon. It is a moment of connection, a bridge between science and magic, between the past and the present. The auroras speak to something primal within us, stirring a sense of wonder that transcends time and culture. For centuries, the lights have captivated humanity, inspiring myths, scientific discovery, and personal reflection. They are a testament to the immense power of nature and the delicate balance that sustains life on Earth. From the swirling solar winds to the charged particles lighting up the polar skies, the auroras are a vivid reminder of how interconnected we are with the forces of the universe. Yet, for all we know about the science behind the lights, their magic remains undiminished. To stand beneath the auroras is to feel small in the grandest sense, a fleeting but profound acknowledgement of the vastness of creation. In that moment, the worries of the world fade away, replaced by awe and gratitude for the sheer beauty of existence. The northern lights are more than a sight to behold. They are a symbol of curiosity, a celebration of discovery, and an enduring invitation to seek out the extraordinary. Whether you've witnessed their brilliance firsthand or dream of one day standing beneath their glow, the auroras offer a timeless reminder to look up, to wonder, and to find joy in the mysteries of the universe. As they ripple across the polar skies, their light lingers not only in the night, but in the hearts of all who have seen them, inspiring a lifelong sense of connection to the natural world and the infinite wonders it holds.